My Lords, I rise briefly to speak to my Amendment 53, which seeks to ensure that the voices of local people are heard when proposals are made or encouraged by GB Energy for renewable energy projects that impact on local areas. This is a group about community involvement and consultation and how people might have their say. And I regret to say, my Lords, that in so many cases, local people have been airbrushed from the debate which has been conducted above their heads. We build resentment, scepticism and resistance when local people are denied their say. And I speak with authority when I say that the NSIP system is being systematically abused by developers of solar farms who are stringing together otherwise standalone and discrete proposals for small-scale solar and aggregating them together as a device to somehow creep over the threshold where the voices of the local planning authority, their locally elected representatives, local people and business are excised from the record. Now, the NSIP system was designed to allow the truly exceptional and impactful proposals, infrastructure projects, to be considered in the national context. And I completely support that principle. But what I see in my own area, for example, in one proposal extending to 1,100 hectares, but covers 40 square kilometres, at least a dozen separate landowners, some 15 miles apart, have cobbled together in the crudest and most cynical manner to creep over that 100 megawatt capacity line. It undermines public confidence in our planning system and acts as a recruiting sergeant for conspiracy theorists and their superficial and fundamentalist views. My Lords, we will all become tainted and tarred by their brush whilst we deny the public due process and a proper say on these schemes, which should be decided locally, but are not. Now, later in Amendments 50 and 52, I will say that solar should not be permitted on the best and most versatile land, that is grades 1 to 3A. But I do recognise that other land could be used for large-scale renewables, but we need to exercise care and caution. Even grade 4 or 5 land has a value, but it's more likely to include amenity value, outstanding landscape contribution, or wider social benefit, perhaps in areas of outstanding natural beauty or other designations. So it is for that reason that for all land, even in cases where land may be at the poor end of agricultural quality, changes in use to renewables more widely should be consulted on for residents within a 20-mile buffer of the widest proposed land extent. And my amendment provides for this stipulation. It is because the NSIP system is being abused and has fallen into disrepute that I have brought this amendment to repair the damage. Resentment and damage and indignation that local people rightly feel. My Lords, we are storing up some terrible problems if the political class structurally sidelines views in an unthinking dash for renewables and fails to consider those wider impacts. I beg to move.
Yeah.